Farmers, inventors, and entrepreneurs gathered in Old Town Salinas exchanging ideas and looking for those ever important investment dollars. A battle where no one loses, but one company will take home startup cash. The Thrive AgTech Summit is sharing ideas to better the ag industry, providing startups funding to get off the ground, and aims at improving the efficiency of the industry.
So all of us that are here today are really winners already.
Wednesday morning, 12 startups had 12 minutes to present new technology they hope will revolutionize the industry, ranging from irrigation efficiency, better use of labor, to technology to track each piece of produce. Jeff Ori worked at Microsoft before applying his software that helps people make decisions to ag.
So we help them better understand when and where their crops are ready for harvest. And we do that by collecting imagery from the air, from satellites and drones, and also from the ground with mobile phones.
And there's ideas that incorporate solar power.
What our product does is by combining electricity generation into the roof of the greenhouse, we improve the economics of greenhouse growing. So we make it much more profitable.
Each innovator hoping they're leaving an impression ag execs can't do without.
My expectation is just the publicity that we'll get from this, and really the blessing from the industry.
In Salinas, Brittany Nielsen, KSBW, Action News 8.
Okay, so 3 companies are taking home the gold for ag innovation. They are GeoVisual, for what's described as a breakthrough that combines aerial imagery, weather data, and other things to help growers analyze crop status over thousands of acres. The MagGrow company for a new method of fusing magnets to make spraying crops more efficient and reduce spray. And the third company is Trace Genomics, which teaches machines how to fight agricultural diseases. We will have much more coverage of the Forbes Ag Summit, including a look at the ag future of the Salinas Valley. That's tomorrow on Action News.
A lot more coming up tonight on Action News at 6. Burglars ransack a gun shop. Why authorities say Sacramento is now a gun theft destination.
Coming up next, Carmel has its new fire rings out on the beach. We'll tell you what people think about them.
Bay Area News Watch, San Jose police now armed with something new.
And the unexpected business benefit from Pokemon Go. Really? First, Chief Meteorologist Lee Solomon with the first look at our weather.
Yeah, it's a cool view out there right now, Dan. Literally, check it out. Low clouds, a little bit of fog, sailboat races going on there in Monterey and up in Santa Cruz. A little bit of a breeze, low 60s at the coast, 80s and even some 90s still going inland. The breeze is off of the bay at about 5 to 15 miles an hour. If you're heading down to Capitola, it's free concert time every Wednesday right through the summer. It's the Lionels. Between about 6 and 8 this evening. For the rest of us, it's going to be patchy low clouds by the bay, clear skies inland, and a cool bay breeze. The rest of your work week forecast and a peek of the weekend coming up in minutes.
Now, coverage you can count on from the Central Coast's #1 rated local news. This is KSBW Action News 8 at 6.
Fire crews say they are close to containment now on one of 2 wildfires that are burning up in Calaveras County. They destroyed a home and a camper trailer. The Pacheco fire started yesterday afternoon. Numbers now 341 acres with 20% containment. A few miles away, what they call the Stagecoach fire. That's burning in Copperopolis. The fire destroyed a home and a trailer there. It's burned 35 acres, containment at 75%. Good news, right now, no evacuations have been ordered.
Well, Carmel has installed those fire pits on the beach. We have actually been telling you about them for months.
Controversial. Part of the city's new beach fire pilot program. Action News reporter Caitlin Conrad got a look. She's live with an update right now.
Well, Dan, Aaron, the debate over beach fires got started last August, and now the city is hoping that this pilot program is going to put an end to the controversy this summer. Big black fire pits are now sitting on Carmel Beach. Only 2 of the 12 fire rings have been installed, and as you can see, they are bolted down. The city plans to put in 12, and that's the new limit for wood-burning fires on the beach.
And I do think it's a nice compromise, but you'd have to get here quick to get your fire pits.
Of the 12, 6 rings will be reserved for individual groups, and 6 will be family style, so users should be prepared to share those with their neighbors.
I could see like maybe it could work just for the families who want to come down here and have a bonfire without having so many complaints from elders and stuff like that live around here.
Last summer, the debate over beach fires heated up. There were hundreds of bonfires on weekends. The white sand was littered with charred wood, and neighbors on Scenic began to complain about air quality.
Yeah, I don't like the smoke, but it doesn't really bother me. I think the permanent people, it probably does. We're only here for the summer.
In August, fires were banned on the beach on weekends and holidays, and there was talk of banning wood-burning fires altogether.
I think it's nice that I would like them to keep the fires, just because I think it's neat that they have them.
Carmel is hoping the new pilot program will be the middle ground it's been looking for since last summer.
Some people are super against the ring fires, but I mean, at least we can now have some sort of fire.
In addition to the 12 wood-burning fires, Carmel is also going to allow unlimited propane fire devices. Reporting live in Monterey, Caitlin Conrad, KSBW, Action News 8.
Very good. Thank you,
All right,
Caitlin.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Dennis, what's
Hey,
going on?
guys, what's going on? I'll tell you what's going on, Mr. Green.
Not a lot.
Later in sports, we'll tell you about the anti-Rio reasoning and the senseless skim fest. That's ahead. Now the quiz. Name the last golfer to win the Open 2 years in a row. Some call it the British Open. Some call it the Open. It's the Open Championship. Last player to win it 2 years in a row. It was less than 10 years ago. We'll have the answer in about 20 minutes.
Bay Area News Watch. San Jose is equipping police officers with body cameras. The city council voted in May to spend $4 million over 5 years on cameras for the force's 960 officers. Some of the guidelines that police officers must follow. Cops must use the cameras during active confrontations. They must also notify when they're recording when they enter a home. Officers and supervisors can use the footage to write reports for follow-up investigations, courtroom testimony, or for an administrative interview.
In news around the state tonight, multiple arrests have been made in Oakland after 2 gun stores were burglarized in the Sacramento area this morning. Law enforcement says it is part of a dangerous trend. A breakdown from Action News reporter Mike Lurie.
2 smash and grab burglaries with gun stores as the target.
We noticed consistencies in those burglaries, and we are following up.
Police say the same vehicle, a Honda CR-V, was used in both incidents, and there appears to be a link between the burglaries today and other recent smash and grabs in the Sacramento region.
The vehicle drove into the front of the business. It is similar to what we had at NorCal Gun Shop several months ago. We probably think it is related to that.
Back in May, criminals used a car to smash through the front of NorCal Vault and stole more than 100 guns. Just a week later, a similar smash and grab at 2 gun stores in Elk Grove.
There does seem to be an uptick in burglaries in this area, and we're responding.
So why the increase in smash and grabs involving gun shops? It could have something to do with the large number of stores licensed to sell firearms in the Sacramento region.
There's far more firearms dealers here in Sacramento than, say, in the Bay Area counties. If you're looking for new firearms, if you're looking for specific types of firearms, that's when we see people target, say, gun stores, because they can identify those firearms beforehand and then come back and steal them later.
While this shop in Folsom had an estimated 15 guns stolen, the one in Rockland lost only one, an AK-47 that was under repair.
I know we put all the guns away. I know they're all locked up. I don't want to add to the number of guns on the street.
That was Mike Lurie reporting for us. Now, federal agents say there are some common denominators here. The criminals often use stolen vehicles in the smash and grabs. They're less likely to be found. In today's incident, they used a car registered to an address in Oakland, and that's where police found them. Coming up, Donald Trump taking on Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Why the presumptive Republican nominee is calling for the Supreme Court justice to resign.
I'm Sally Kidd in Washington. A White House meeting and a national conversation on policing and race coming up.
Live look outside, Skycam 8 Monterey. Boy, that's pretty evening. We're gonna have much more on your weather coming up. First, though, let's take a look at tonight's weather quiz. The answer and Lee's forecast when we come back.
Now, KSBW weather with Chief Meteorologist Lee Solomon.
Good evening, everybody. We'll do a little recap of the day. Warmer in a lot of spots, but not all. We got 76 in Santa Cruz. That was pretty much what they had yesterday. We did bump the numbers up in the Santa Cruz Mountains, so low 90s and a 70 in Watsonville. And of course, we started off with low clouds. And they kind of lingered along the peninsula as they're still out there. Seaside and Monterey just getting into the low to middle 60s, 61 to 65 degrees. We had 69 here in Salinas, but 89 in King City. So we got a nice little range going, and that's typical for this time of year. Upper 80s in San Jose, middle 90s though in Morgan Hill and Gilroy. So definitely picking up some of the heat now as a high pressure builds on it. 99 in Sacramento today, 107 in Palm Springs, and 106 in Vegas. Look at current temperatures. Hasn't really changed at all. Still 107 in Palm Springs, 105 in Vegas, and 70s up and down the coast from San Francisco to San Diego. Barely any difference. You know, a lot of folks think it's always warmer down in San Diego. That is not the case. 78 in Tahoe now and still 98. A warm summer night there in Sacramento. Most of the heat is out in the deserts, really. It's just 85 in Denver and 70s up to the north. We actually had a cold front that is continuing to sweep past Chicago, heading towards New York City. Hot down in Dallas right now at 96 and all clear. But here are those thunderstorms. They're winding down now. They're in the Mississippi and heading to the Ohio River Valley. All in all, some flooding is still expected, but no tornadoes. Speaking of big, heavy rains, well, we got two hurricanes out over the open waters, though. You can see Darby now, which was a tropical storm a day ago. He's picked up some steam. A Category 1, probably becoming a Category 2 tomorrow. Celia's on the fade. This is the same track that Bloss took, so they continue to track over the same patches of water there, heading off of Cabo and away. Satellite radar showing some clouds up to the north, low pressure here. It's all marine layer, though. You can see there's nothing but high pressure out there, really dominating the weather over the west. Barely a cloud to be found over the deserts. Thursday, Friday, continued warming. High pressure here continues to be the main player. Then finally a cool down starts. You can see the low pressure system just starting to track down into the Pacific Northwest. That will lead to some cool air on Saturday and Sunday. And you can see the cooling will continue actually into the weekend. So we'll knock the temperatures down pretty good by early next week. So if you're not a lover of the heat, just wait a few days and we'll cool you down. Otherwise, low clouds coming back tonight. We'll figure on them getting a little further down in the Salinas Valley. Microcast has been missing this a little bit. They'll probably make their way down to about Gonzales at least. And then they'll back off to the ocean's edge tomorrow. After some morning fog, you got afternoon sun. Light winds tomorrow, but picking up a little in the afternoon. It's more of a westerly breeze that'll probably hold the low clouds along most of your beaches. It'll be hide and seek at least till early afternoon, and then we'll get you back into some sunshine. 50s overnight tonight. Coastal low clouds making their trek around the bay and then down the valleys. Tomorrow, we'll start off with low clouds, and then we'll get some sun in the afternoon, lingering, though, on some of the beaches. And if you're inland or up in the hills, figure out a whole lot of sun and warm temperatures, 80s to middle and upper 90s. It's mostly 80s, though, Fremont, Redwood City. Cooler up in San Francisco, 68. In the Salinas and Santa Clara valleys, you've got a nice range of low 90s to upper 90s, so we're feeling a little bit of that summer heat building in. 97 in Morgan Hill and Gilroy. And 80s and 90s in the Salinas Valley once you get down into the valley, but just 71 here in Salinas. And a mix of sun and clouds after the low clouds give way. Low to mid 60s around the peninsula, 61 in Seaside, but 82 in Carmel Valley. So again, you don't have to get that far inland to get into some warmer temperatures. Middle 90s up in Boulder Creek and Ben Lomond above the marine layer, and about 72 in Watsonville, 74 in Santa Cruz. Your KSBW 8-day forecast looking pretty nice, pretty much steady at the coast. Low clouds in the early mornings, patchy fog, then some sun in the afternoons with 60s and 70s going. The inland valleys will be warm for a couple of days, 80s to middle and upper 90s. Over the weekend, we'll start cooling off a little bit, but more cooling expected next week. And by the middle of next week, we're back down to mid 70s to middle 80s. So a little bit of a transition there, but no major heat waves on the way.
Right.
And no monsoonal moisture headed in just yet. Those are always fun. I love that. In August, we get a chance to see.
Well, plus it's just fun to say. Monsoonal moisture,
yeah.
You know?
We don't get it very often.
No.
Arizona and that kind of thing.
Yeah, Southern California picks up on it every once in a while.
Okay.
Weather